Thank you, Lord Mayor, and thank you, Councillor Marsham, for your report. The amendment I'm moving is simply to delete 3 words, and the more I listen to the introductory remarks, the more I'm puzzled as to why they are there. And the 3 words relate to regular reporting to scrutiny on progress in active travel. And the 3 words said, excluding ward schemes. In other words, that scrutiny would get reports on citywide schemes, schemes that cross wards, but not schemes that relate to wards. Now, that in itself raises questions, particularly when we hear Councillor Huxtable talk about lack of progress on schemes local to him. But also there's some important points of principle here about how we deal with ward projects, particularly when the council is rolling out significant money towards at the moment to promote what is effectively active travel. This is the Brum-Breves project, and I'll talk about the history of that in a second, because not all members may be aware of that. But it's an important principle, and members will know that I've, for many years, have supported strong decentralisation in this council, supported getting money out into the wards, supported local decision-making about the spending of money where it is possible. And this has been shared across the chamber by many people. And I've never done that believing that wards should have money and do it in isolation and do it in secrecy. In fact, one of the big failures of previous ward-based projects was a lack of accountability, a lack of bringing together what was happening across wards, a lack of looking at what was working and what wasn't. Now, scrutiny has a huge opportunity here when there is this significant project related to the clean air zone, which is rolling funds out towards under the heading of Brum-Breves to see how it's working and ensure it's working. And all those questions which have been said about the big schemes relate to the projects in this as well. How and when will projects be delivered? How are they being determined? How do ward members know what they can do? A scrutiny look at this. It can look at where there is good practice. It can look at how delivery is getting on. It can look at how members are being informed about what they can and what they can't do. All this is possible, and all this is currently not happening with Brum-Breves, which has huge opportunities related to it. Ward-based schemes, in addition, they get round some of the problems of some of the active travel schemes because they come from the grassroots. Ward-based schemes can be generated by ward forums, by community forums, and they bring local knowledge. People locally know where a zebra crossing is needed. They locally know which school is causing a problem. All that knowledge is important, and the result is that we have huge opportunities to make a big difference from ward-based schemes, and scrutiny should be involved. And in fact, I'll come back to the genesis of this, because in early 2022, before the 2022 elections, I brought a motion to council because I had some very serious personal interest in the matter, and also have in our ward we have serious problems with schools in our ward about school road safety. And we brought it to council. Lib Dems brought the motion. I proposed it. Councillor Bridle responded. I think, oh, she left the chamber. Councillor Bridle. She's responded for the Labour Party, and the ended up motion specifically said the council will move forward, will do something about devolving funds from the clean air zone to wards, and under the terms of the motion to promote school road safety. And it also said, Councillor Marsham, that your scrutiny committee should get twice yearly reports on progress on this. Now, what's happened, of course, is Brum-Breves is not specifically about school road safety. In my ward, we're trying to link it to that, because as I said, we have 1 or 2 locations which have serious unresolved problems. So even if you are getting those twice annual reports, you may not be getting reports on what's happening about Brum-Breves. But many of those Brum-Breves projects could be linked to road safety, school road safety, that is. Same as they could be linked to other active travel schemes, and that business of linking partnership, linking funds locally and citywide can be hugely important in bringing forward good schemes. So all those opportunities are there, and I'm concerned that somebody wrote in the words excluding ward schemes, because the opportunities to work with wards, to work with communities, to progress the passion for active travel, the opportunities to walk safely, to cycle safely on our streets. And I share with you in expressing condolences to the family bereaved this morning, yet another tragedy on our roads. And I support your next work on road safety as well, and I hope that comes up with some good results. It's long overdue. So the opportunities are there, and one of the problems again is labelling. Something is active travel, something is ward-based, something is Brumbreves. Brumbreves is no longer school-based, so does it come into your, do you get your twice annual reports on school road safety schemes? Do they include Brumbreves or not? I'm not on your committee, I don't know, but the wording in the recommendations here seems to exclude ward-based schemes being considered by your committee. So I hope, Councillor Marsham, that you and your committee will actually be able to agree the deletion of these words and be able to agree that you can play a part in promoting what could be a really good initiative across our city, working with local communities and delivering good, locally sourced, but also schemes based on knowledge. Because again, what I've discovered is we learnt stuff that we can do in our ward. I discovered that we could have zone schemes preventing cars parking on pavements and verges. Not every councillor knows they're available. It took us some time to find out they're available. And they're a huge potential resource that's available. But councillors and communities and wards need to know what they can do and what's available. So again, I hope you can drive that forward. Thank you very much, Lord Mayor.
Call upon Councillor.